What would you do if you knew it was your last week on earth? If you only had 6 to 7 days left to live, how would you spend it? Well, in John 12, it explores that exact question for Jesus. It was 6 days before Passover, and Jesus only had 1 week left before his sacrifice. Now, Mary was the sister of Lazarus, and she took an extremely costly bottle of perfume and took it and poured it out to anoint Jesus' feet, and then wiped them with her hair to clean them. This was her service to him. This was her way to worship him. And it really pissed off Judas. He was very upset because he had been stealing money out of the purse, and he was the purse holder. So he was mad that they didn't sell that perfume for money to give to the poor instead of using it to anoint Jesus' feet. But anyway, the chief priests and Pharisees were plotting to kill Jesus and Lazarus. Mostly the Sadducees, and the Sadducees did not believe in Lazarus' resurrection. Lazarus was a living example of life after death, and having him around was an embarrassment to their theological system. For them, there was only one solution to this embarrassing problem: kill them. They wanted to put Lazarus to death too. But this was a giant madness. What are they going to do? Take up arms against heaven itself? To seek to kill a man because God made him alive? Makes no sense. In this devilish proposal, their unbelief is exhibited in extreme form. You see, when men hate Christ, they also hate whom he has blessed, and will go to any lengths to seek to silence their testimony. How blind were these guys to think that after he had been dead for 4 days, that Jesus couldn't raise him again, even if they killed him 1,000 more times? All right, so the next day, Jesus enters Jerusalem on the back of a donkey, and the multitude went out to greet him like a king, waving palm branches and crying out, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, King of Israel." This crowd greeted Jesus with the words of the Messianic psalm. The cry Hosanna in Greek is Hoshiana. It's derived from the Hebrew words Yasha, to save, and Anna, please, or I beseech thee, and combined it literally means save, I pray, or save us now. Now, as Jesus entered town, there were some high-profile Greeks who wanted to meet Jesus and asked Philip and Andrew if they could meet with him. So these men were from the West, and they came right about the end of Jesus' life. And what's interesting is the Magi from the East came during Jesus' birth. They came to the cross of the King as the Magi came to the cradle. Jesus took this seeking interest of the Gentiles as the signal. The hour has come that now the Son of Man should be glorified. In John's Gospel, we see Jesus as the world's Savior. And evidently, John wants us to understand that this contact with the Greeks ushered in the climax of the story. Jesus sees it as evidence that he has reached the climax, and it's time to die for the world, Greeks and Gentiles included. It was time for Jesus to make the final sacrifice for me, you, Gentile, and Jew.